Looking at number 7, Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Alright, Emiverse fam, let's start with Satu. This guy didn't just get isekai'd, he got speedrun isekai'd. Dude opens his eyes and bam, cheat skills maxed out, inventory looking like a hacked MMORPG account, and magic strong enough to one-shot basically the entire world. What's his first move? Go sightseeing. Not revenge, not conquer the world, not become king. Nope. He wants snacks, naps, and to casually collect a small army of adorable companions. Here's the fun part. Villains roll up thinking they're the final boss, giving those cliche villain speeches, and Satu's over there like, that's cute, and just deletes them mid-sentence. Like, bro, you practiced that monologue in the mirror for what? Now, some fans complain Satu's too chill, like he's just coasting through his isekai, but honestly, that's what makes it funny. Watching villains scream in terror while Satu yawns mid-battle, that's premium Overlord level comedy. Sliding to number 6, the Sacred Blacksmith. Now this one, criminally underrated. We've got Cecily, a rookie knight who's about as polished as a level 1 tutorial character. Then comes Luke, the blacksmith with that mysterious aura of, I could end you, but I'd rather forge swords. And when Luke finally decides to flex, bruh. Villains go from, I'm unstoppable to, oh no, I made a mistake, faster than anime budgets collapse mid-season. Let's talk about that though, because this anime, yeah, it feels like the studio's wallet took damage halfway through production. Some fights look crisp, others, let's just say, my PS2 cutscenes had more fluid animation. But don't sleep on Luke. He's got that same Ains vibe where you underestimate him because he looks chill, then he pulls out skills that make you go, wait, did I miss a whole backstory arc? Watching villains underestimate him is like watching someone pick a fight with a quiet dude in class, only to learn he's secretly a black belt. Instant regret energy. Landing on number 5, Death Parade. Now, I know, some of y'all are thinking, hold up, how does Death Parade fit this list? Stick with me, fam. Because in Death Parade, the villains aren't monsters with swords. They're people. Broken, lying, manipulative, sometimes straight up evil people. And then there's Decim, the man, the myth, the bartender with ice in his veins. Decim isn't nuking villages or summoning death knights like Ains, but the power dynamic here, can't say it. Let's just call it brutal authority. He controls the games. He decides whether souls reincarnate or fall into the void. And when shady characters realize they can't outwit him, you see fear in their eyes that's scarier than any monster chase scene. Like, imagine being told your whole existence boils down to a rigged game of darts. That's the kind of psychological dominance we're talking about. No explosions needed, just pure you can't escape judgment vibes. And trust me, villains hate it. Looking at number 4, Gate. Okay, this one is basically Overlord if Ain swapped skeleton robes for tanks. A portal opens in Tokyo, knights and monsters roll in like it's medieval Comic-Con, and Japan's JSDF shows up like, cool story, bro, we brought helicopters. The amount of villain overconfidence in this anime is hysterical. Like, you've got generals hyping up their armies of dudes with spears, and suddenly they're up against modern artillery. Spoiler, it's not even a fight, it's a massacre. And Itami, the dude leading the JSDF expedition, he's literally just an otaku who wanted to buy manga. This man was trying to live his best nerd life and accidentally became a war hero. Talk about side quests gone wrong. Now, does Gate sometimes feel like a recruitment ad for the military? Sure. But watching a dragon try to tank a missile strike and fail spectacularly? Priceless. The villains here don't just fear the MC, they fear a world that's literally centuries ahead of them. It's like watching cavemen discover Wi-Fi and have an existential crisis. Sliding in at number 3, is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Ah yes, Danmachi, or as I like to call it, the tale of one cinnamon roll who made villains cry. Belcrenel starts as your typical weak rookie, but thanks to his goddess Hestia and some insane growth hacks, he basically levels up like someone left the EXP cheat on. At first, villains laugh at him. They clown him, call him weak, underestimate him. Then he pulls out that firebolt spam and suddenly the room gets real quiet. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes the anime gets too distracted with harem antics. Like, yes, Hestia is Bestia and we all love her, but can we go back to bell-cooking monsters in the dungeon? That's where the real juice is. Watching villains' faces morph from smug to terrified is peak anime satisfaction. It's the same energy as Ain's casually flexing on people who thought they stood a chance. Bell might not be a skeleton overlord, but he's got that underdog turned nightmare energy villains hate. Crashing into number 2, Saga of Tanya the Evil. Now, listen. If you thought Ain's was scary, meet Tanya the aka the war crime loli with more menace than half of anime's adult villains. Tanya doesn't just win fights, she breaks people mentally. She's got the brains, the tactics, and the sheer unhinged drive to annihilate anyone who crosses her. And the irony? She's a child. Enemies see her and think, aw, how cute, and then boom. Their entire squad is smoking craters on the battlefield. The psychological whiplash here is wild. Her enemies can't even process losing to a literal kid. That's the ultimate dominance move. And while sometimes the anime gets lost in military jargon that makes my brain hurt, Tanya herself is pure entertainment. She's not just feared like Ain's, she embodies the phrase, fear is a weapon. Watching soldiers realize their nightmare is a blonde child screaming Latin while nuking their army, absolute peak anime absurdity. Finally, number 1, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. And topping this list is Diablo, aka Ain's socially awkward cousin. The dude is cracked. He's got every spell, every stat, every OP move you can imagine. But plot twist, in real life, he's just a shy gamer. Suddenly stuck in a world where he is his Demon Lord avatar, Diablo has to fake confidence while casually nuking everything that moves. The comedy writes itself. Villains think he's role-playing like some edgy LARP enthusiast, until he casually erases their entire existence. Their faces? Priceless. Pure, oh no, what have I done energy. Now, fair warning, this anime dives deep into fan service territory, like borderline drowning levels. But if you can wade through that, Diablo's moments of dominance are gold. Watching him turn cocky villains into begging puddles of fear is so satisfying. It's that same Overlord feeling where you know no one stands a chance, and watching enemies finally realize it, absolute bliss. And that's the list. Anime where villains get humbled just like an Overlord. From Satu's sleepy god mode to Tanya's nightmare-fueled warfare, each of these shows proves dominance never goes out of style. So which MC made villains fear the hardest? Drop your pick below, smash that like, and subscribe. More Emiverse anime chaos is dropping soon.